So this has been on my mind for a while, and I've been wanting to speak on this for quite some time now about woke black people are kind of a joke. The thing now, I know some people will be like, why? Well, why do you say woke black people are a joke? It's because woke black people always want to try to twist things around to make their arguments more coherent, more simple, to make more sense. They always want to woke black people always want to bring up the whole my our ancestors were slaves, our ancestors whipped, our ancestors were beat, our ancestors were this, our ancestors was that. Just straight carry on to more heavy baggage than what they should be doing nowadays. Now, here's my thing about that. They always want to bring up the point of black people were slaves, Africans were stolen from Africa by the white men. See the thing about what those people don't want to admit is the majority of them of Africans that was taken from Africa was sold from Africans themselves. They were sold from Africans. They were sold to the European people, and they were sold to the Muslim people. They were sold more Africans were sold to Muslims than it was white Europeans have. But people always want to aim at white people for being the devil. And my thing about that is a lot of people don't know is that there's still slavery going on in Israel and Muslim countries that people don't want to admit themselves, or people don't want to go there and protest it because they don't play games there. They stone people who are out of line alive. They if you ain't following their rules, you get killed. But people here in the United States don't want to admit that. They don't want to go there and start protesting because they know the consequences of how more dangerous it is in Muslim countries or Muslim regions, since Muslim is a religion. And the thing about the whole holding baggage things, that's also true. People, a lot of woke black people always want to hold on baggage, from slavery to Jim Crows to oppression. Instead, they always want to carry all of that baggage, try to use it to their advantage, but it just brings them down more forward. It's kind of crazy, really, how no black people that was born in the 60s, in the 70s was slaves, but they want to talk about slavery. They are opposed to some of them are opposed to school choice. Some of them are opposed to growing out of the hood, leaving the hood, finding better opportunities that's not in the hood. They don't want to go for those type of things because they feel like just because they black they would never get them. I'm black. I got them. They can too. They can do whatever they choose to. They just refuse to, or they're too scared to, or somebody's telling them that they would never do it. Al Sharpton. Just because of the mere fact that they're black, then because they're not white. Even though we just had a black president 8 years in a row. We can black people can do whatever. Okay? There's nothing holding us back but that slave mentality. That slave mentality kills all drive that you want to be. You think people like Thomas Sowell, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, who are basically billionaires at this point. Oprah Winfrey, who was worth $2 billion. You think they became the success that they are for slave mentality? No, they did. No, they did things. No, they worked their butts off. They paid money to do this. They gained money, and they are now one of the richest black people in America right now. That's just top five. Richest black people in America. There's plenty more rich black people who are worth millions of dollars in their net worth. But some of these people still want to talk about oppression. Black people will always be oppressed. Al Sharpton. Anyway, and the whole slave mentality thing, LeBron James. The whole slave mentality thing is a joke. The one thing, a lot of woke black people nowadays always want to compare today's type of slavery to slavery from 200 years ago. It's not the same, people. And if you really want to talk about slavery, Africans were treated worse in Islamic countries than they was in America, because Africans in Islamic countries were castrated. They weren't just hung and whipped. They were castrated, beheaded because if they even had any thought of repopulating with Islamic Muslim women, they life would end right there. They like I said, most of them already got castrated because they didn't want no African repopulating with their women. Yeah. There's also a lot of things like what people do not want to admit. Like they want to continue segregation. See, woke black people are literally the most racist black people out there. Yet they want to talk about white racism. They want to talk about racism when it comes to white people, even though black people are openly racist most of the time. Anyway, I just thought I'd get that out there. It's been on my mind for quite some time. I want to talk about it. Do you like what I'm saying? Do you think I'm on something, or am I crazy? Anyway, if you like what I'm saying, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Peace.